Hi guys, welcome back to MTN Vlogs. Karibu sana. As always, we are happy to have you today. This is not one of the usual scholarship videos. Here we are going to talk about how to get work in France. I have a visitor shortly. I'm going to tell you more about her, and she's actually here to tell us how you can get a job here in France, or if you are French, you can get a job outside of French. And basically just stay tuned so that you get to know all the details, like what is this job all about, where are you going to work, the pay, just the nitty-gritty details that you need to know. Okay, so you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, so let's get started.
My name is Belinda and I am Kenyan. I come from Kenya and I currently work as an English language assistant because Kenya was colonized by the British, so sort of our native language is English. And so the not English language assistant program, but the language assistant program, because there are many other languages like Russian, German, Spanish, Arabic. So you need to figure out in your specific countries. So for example, I'll talk about Kenya. So if you're Kenyan, it doesn't matter whether you're studying to be a teacher or like your end goal is to be a teacher. No. As long as you are within the ages of 20 to 30 and you're in campus, doesn't matter if it's undergraduate or masters or even doctors, as long as you finished 2 years of being in campus, you can be able to apply to be a language assistant. So for Kenya, English language assistant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me cut you shortly there. By the way, guys, if there's noises and everything, we have a baby around here, so just pardon us. So I wanted to ask, you said I don't need to be studying teaching. I can get the job.
Yes.
So where can this someone get the job? You said they can come to mainland France, but is there any other place apart from France where they can go?
Yes, France has like islands. There are islands owned by France, so meaning they're governed by France. So the president of France is also their president, meaning they also are under the same system as France mainland, and these are islands. So, for example, there's Guadeloupe, there's Martinique, there's Reunion, there's Mayotte, there's New Caledonia. So these are some of the other islands you can apply to work to. And also in France, when you're choosing to apply for the job, usually you get like 3 options, meaning like your top 3 most options, like best choices that you want to put. Most probably you'll get your first option, but if it's full, then they go to the second and the third. So even in France, you get to choose which city you want to go to. Do you want to go to Paris? Do you want to go to Lille, to Lyon, to even Bordeaux? You choose where you want to go to. And then, yeah, that's how now the selection will be done in accordance to the regions that you've chosen to go to.
So that means they select many people because there are so many cities.
There's so many assistants. Currently, I can talk about Kenya because I know the number. We are about, let's say, 150 assistants.
100, and this is only Kenyans.
Yes, the highest number is the US because in Kenya, the program just started 3 years ago. But in the US, I think even 1990s, before even 1990s, and UK, like the program there started a long time ago. Yeah.
So is it paid? Like if you come here, you're staying for a certain period of time, but are you gonna be paid, or is it simply an exchange, like a language exchange thing?
Actually, they call it a language exchange program. However, you get a stipend every end of the month. So, for example, if you're working in France, this also include La Corse, so Corsica Island, like just a few hours away from France.
From France mainland.
You get a stipend of around, let's say, 785 euros a month. Then, depending on your means of transport, you'll also get refunded, like half your transport. So maybe at the end you get 800, somewhere, like just depending on what transport you use. But the stipend is 785. But this changes when you go to the islands. And this is something most people don't know. When you go to the islands, you're paid slightly higher.
Okay.
An example, I was first an assistant in Guadeloupe. So in Guadeloupe, you paid 1,100 euros per
wow.
month.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to Reunion. Reunion, you paid 1,200 per month. Yes, and like with these salaries, let's say even in France, if you're paying rent, you're entitled to what is called CAF.
Yeah.
So CAF is like housing aid. So it's because according to the government, our salaries are not even somehow the minimum wage. So you're entitled to a housing aid that will help boost,
Yeah.
let's say you're paying rent 300 and imagine the salary of like 700.
Yeah,
It's almost half what you
you're
earn.
earning. Yeah.
So CAF can come in and maybe give you like 200, 150, meaning you just pay rent like maybe 100, 150, which like will help you, especially like if you're looking into traveling, doing shopping, like even exploring the place and even living, because
You need to, you need a lot of things to do when you're here. It's just like when you're living in Kenya, you need money for all these things.
yes, your daily day-to-day activities.
So basically, you can also save some money to do some projects back home,
True.
right?
Like depending on how you've organized the trip and what I'd say, like when you come, you can personal experience, but you can choose however you want to. When you come, you can maybe say these are maybe like the musts. Like I want to, like I want to go with the group because everyone is traveling every single
Around,
day,
yeah.
every single weekend. But then according to how your budget is and what also you want to save.
Yeah. So how long do you guys stay? Like, I'm sure you definitely do a contract. How long is like a one-time contract if like you when you're here in France?
So the program starts in October and ends in April, like end of April. So April 30th. And then you, according to like the department you're in, they can either, if you want, you can request for an extension. So meaning you don't end in April, but you continue until the end of the school year, June. End of June. So your contract like just gets extended until end
The
of
end of the
June.
school system.
Yeah. However, if you now want to renew the program, because if it ends once people go for holiday, like you're not employed, so meaning you're not earning, and maybe during this time it's summer, you can go back home and like recuperate and come back. However, if you want, you can renew, and renewal starts now in October because you now see the program starts in October.
Yeah.
So if anything, if you want to continue with the program, say you want to now change places, like you've had, there's this nice place, like your friends are in another region and you want to experience that region, or you want to experience an island. Then now when you renew, you change your location to
the
a different
location.
to a different location, which is
Wow.
also good because you get to travel
Yeah,
and still
and
work at the same time.
True.
Yeah.
So the maximum number of years you can be in a specific country, like now for France, is how long?
So like when you're doing the program, yeah?
Yes.
This is currently my third time as an assistant. However, according to the rules of the program, they say you can only apply twice.
Wow. Okay.
But they encourage you to even apply the third time, the fourth time. Thing is, when you apply the first time, like your chances are high that you'll be chosen because this is your first time. If you apply also the second time, your chances are high. Also, depending on the number of people from your country who are applying and their positions. But now when you apply the third time, they say you're not person of priority because they're giving now priority to
New
first time
people.
applicants and second time applicants. However, if you're lucky like me, someone dropped out and they called me. It wasn't a place I had chosen, but you now see this was like now an opportunity and you can't, So someone dropped and that is how like the position opened for me to
come in.
Yes. However, also if you are like let's say living in France already and you have like a titre de séjour, like your long stay.
Yeah, your visa.
Yeah, your long stay. You can also apply and your visa allows. You can also apply like as a local.
Okay.
As a local resident, like as a local applicant, meaning like you will wait around like maybe August because like applicants will receive their letters maybe June, March, June, July there. So now the academies are going to see who has accepted, who has refused, how many positions do we still have left.
To be filled.
So if there are still schools that need people and you would want to do the job as a local applicant, that's when like you write to your academy, whatever region you're in, and you request and you send in the required papers there to be able to
go into the job.
as a local applicant.
So I think that's really encouraging. Like if you're here in France, because I know many people also watch me who are already here and you've been asking me, we are looking for jobs. This is something you can consider. And if you apply from Kenya, know that you can also do the job for more than 3 years and it's a good opportunity. So maybe just briefly, you could tell us what are the requirements for someone to apply?
The requirements are simple. First of all, like French is a key thing, and like they will check. So according to the levels, they will do B1. B1 is the least required
level of French.
So you will need the certification of B1. However, there are some people who haven't gotten the opportunity to do the exam. However, they have, like, let's say a high school teacher, or maybe you've done it in campus, a teacher or your French teacher who can certify that your French level is B1.
Okay.
And like during the application, you'll need them to prove. To reference you that you've done French, you're of good to go. And then the age is between 20 to 30. You also, like I said before, you need to be in campus. You need to be a continuing student. Doesn't matter whether it's master's, PhD, or undergraduate, as long as you finished 2 years, 2 years of campus. Another thing, those are the main requirements. You need to be a citizen of the specific country. Let's say Kenyan. I need to be a Kenyan if I want to apply from Kenya to be a Kenyan. You need to be, let's say, an American to apply as an assistant. This means, like, if you're Ugandan and the program is not offered in Uganda, unfortunately,
you cannot.
It cuts you out. However, also, if you're studying, like, let's say doing masters or whatever, and you're outside the country, however, like, you're a citizen of Kenya, because, like, even for the first time in Kenya, they started with, like, to just make sure, like, like, legit Kenyan. It continues to prove more of, like, you're a Kenyan, you're a resident of Kenya. It's
So guys, if you want to know more about this program, like you want to know the requirements, the experience of traveling to come to overseas here, her experience traveling here to France, to the Reunion Island, and to many other places, Belinda usually shares this on her YouTube channel, The Traveling Experience, on her Instagram, and she has a blog where she actually shares the details, like the details of traveling and relocating, that you guys can actually go and just get all the information from there. We link it down below. Kindly make sure, if you are new here, do subscribe to the channel and let us know what you think about this episode. And also go and check out the content of Belinda, because she has, trust me guys, she has amazing content. She has amazing vlogs. Just go and check it out for yourself. I will link it like I told you. So we hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.